Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're taking the front and back of your car and transforming it from a boring, run-of-the-mill state requirement into your very own blank canvas. If you've ever been stuck in traffic, looked at the bumper ahead of you, and just chuckled at a clever license plate, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to walk you through the complete beginner's guide to getting your very own custom Oregon license plate. Imagine cruising down the Oregon coast, your car sporting a license plate that's uniquely you. Ever thought of turning heads with a personalized plate? We'll show you how to make it happen right here, right now. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for exactly what we're going to cover today to get that custom plate onto your bumper. We've got 1. Intro to personalized plates. 2. Rules and eligibility. 3. Designing your custom plate. 4. Steps to order. And 5. Timeline and top tips. Section 1. Intro to personalized plates. Like I said, plates are way more than just a state requirement. They really are a blank canvas for your vehicle. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer variety of reasons to get one. Sure, you can express your individuality, display the name of your small business, or just share a fun, harmless joke with the folks driving behind you. But you can also support over 1,600 cultural organizations statewide. By choosing a custom plate, you can actually direct your money towards state programs. For example, grab a cultural trust plate, or maybe a salmon plate to support the Oregon Watershed Enhancement Board, or even support state parks. It's personality combined with philanthropy, which is pretty awesome. Section 2. Rules and eligibility. Before we get to the really fun design choices, we absolutely have to cover the strict DMV guardrails. First off, who can actually get one? Well, you must be a resident of or domiciled in the state of Oregon. Plus, you've got to hold an Oregon vehicle title in your name or be applying for a title at the exact same time as your registration. So the crucial point is that the DMV strictly enforces these residency and title rules to prevent out-of-state motorists from just taking advantage of Oregon's system. You literally have to be a true Oregonian to get an Oregon plate. Now, let's contrast that creative freedom with the hard rules. What can you actually write? On a passenger vehicle, you get up to 6 characters, and they give you 1 extra space or 1 hyphen. But there are limits. You absolutely cannot use special characters like exclamation points, hashtags, or dollar signs. You also can't do 3 letters followed by 3 numbers or vice versa, because that just mimics the standard issue random plates. And here's the kicker. The DMV rejects hundreds of applications every single year for objectionable words. And don't think you can trick them. Using phonetic spelling, reverse spelling, or words that just look offensive when you view them in a rearview mirror will get your application denied immediately. Section 3. Designing your custom plate. Let's shift the energy back to the really exciting part of the process, visually designing how the plate will look and picking a background. Oregon has this fantastic array of specialty backgrounds. The standard tree background has a $0 surcharge. Easy enough. But if you want something a bit snazzier, it costs a little extra. The stunning Crater Lake design has a $30 initial surcharge. The salmon plate has a $30 surcharge initially and at every renewal. And the Celebrate Oregon Cultural Trust plate has a $50 surcharge both initially and at renewal. Remember, though, these surcharges are put to incredibly good use funding programs like the Oregon Watershed Enhancement Board and our state parks. All right, whatever background you choose, you have to add this magic number, $50. This $50 is the custom plate fee per year of your registration period. Because Oregon typically uses 2-year registration cycles, this usually means a flat $100 fee just for the customized text itself. And keep in mind, this fee is paid on top of your background surcharge, your standard registration, and your standard plate fees. This specific $50 annual fee goes straight toward funding Oregon passenger rail programs. Section 4. Steps to order. We are now officially moving from the inspiration phase directly into the concrete, practical steps of getting this ordered. Here is your step-by-step game plan. First, you'll want to check if your dream combination is even available using the state's DMV Tool You online portal. Next, you need to complete the custom plate application. That's Form 735205. Third, you calculate and pay your required fees. And finally, you submit that application by mail or in person. Let's move to and see how this builds by taking a look at the actual paperwork. On the top half of the form, it's super simple. You will literally just check a box under the passenger vehicles section to lock in your background choice. You've got great options there like Smokey Bear or the Trailblazers. There's also a section for other vehicle types like motorhomes or motorcycles, but those just use the standard background. And this brilliantly illustrates where the magic actually happens. The bottom half is where you write your primary and secondary character choices right there in the blank boxes. Remember to look at those instructions. You need to specify exactly where your spaces and hyphens go. If you use all 6 blocks and want a space, you literally draw an arrow to show them where to put it. Otherwise, they just center the text on the plate. Section 5. Timeline and top tips. Let's set some expectations for when that new plate will actually arrive in the mail and how to avoid some common pitfalls. 6 to 8 weeks. That is the absolute minimum processing time you can expect once your application gets sent off to the manufacturer. It takes time to custom press these metal plates, so, patience is definitely key here. To make sure you aren't waiting longer than those 6 to 8 weeks, follow these top tips. First, when you're writing on your form, distinguish clearly between similar letters and numbers. Make sure your Z doesn't look like a 2, your S isn't a 5, and your I doesn't look like a 1. A real human is reading your paper form. Second, always provide a second choice. If your first choice gets rejected by the DMV, having a backup written down will significantly shorten your wait time. And finally, always verify availability on DMV2U first. But just a heads up, the online tool doesn't reserve the plate for you. They are issued strictly on a first-come, first-served basis once your payment is actually processed. Before we wrap up, I need to note, the information provided in this video is based on the current policies and procedures of the Oregon Department of Motor Vehicles, DMV, as of August 28, 2026. Rules and regulations are subject to change, and it is recommended to consult directly with the Oregon DMV or their official website for the most up-to-date information. Always double-check their site for any recent policy changes before mailing anything. So we've given you the tools, the rules, and the roadmap. Now comes the creative part. Grab a piece of paper and start brainstorming your perfect license plate combination right away. So, what will your personalized Oregon plate say about you? Get out there, have a blast with it, and we will see you in the next explainer.